It was so crazy because this afternoon I had my dog and two other dogs, and we were having no issues. Like, I was folding laundry, doing whatever I was doing, and then all of a sudden, the the family that I'm staying with, the kids came home, and one of the dogs is belongs to the daughter, right? So that dog all of a sudden started having major issues with some of the other dogs. And I was like, we weren't having any issues before. And it turns out it was like click, 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 click. Everything just like made sense. And I was like, oh, this dog, Pedro, is resource guarding his owner, right? Of course. And it was so cool actually because when I got my dog, my sweet Nooksy, we've been together almost 5 years. Ooh, it'll be like 5 years next week. And when I first got him, he was so insecure and so afraid of everything. And his fear manifested in barking and lunging and pulling, and it was actually really intense, and it made me think that I had adopted actually like an aggressive, scary dog. And so for the first week that I had him, I just remember crying almost every night because I just didn't know what to do. And I felt like called to him, but I just didn't. I was so unequipped, of course. He was just so insecure. He's eating grass. Hey, let's take a break. Thanks. And of course, over time, like, you piece it together and you start to figure some things out. And now that it's been 5 years, it was so cool today because I got to like download so much with these kids and the dog and like why things are happening. And it makes so much sense. It's not out of nowhere, right? Like, this dog has learned that if it barks, people make space, like they go farther away. And that works for him. That has been working for him. But what we're starting to talk about is like, we can have other tools. Like, we don't have to turn the volume all the way to 100 anytime there's something scary, right? So the other thing is like, he thinks he needs to manage access to his mom, the owner, and he also thinks that he has to manage all the energy in the room, which is just not his job. And over the course of our I think we worked like 2 hours together. Even this morning, he had forgotten, like, when he was a puppy, he knew how to sit and like lay down, but at this point this afternoon, like, he had forgotten everything. So we've refreshed on that, and we like got to work through several triggering moments for this dog, and it was so satisfying to be like, wow, we've done so much together. We've spent so many hours in training. Oh my gosh, he's just so cute. We've done like, where you put all the kibble that they use for a meal, you put it like in your training pouch and you use that throughout the day to like train them and start to really emphasize all the good behaviors and steer them away from the bad. And it's so cool to look at my dog now, who is like so chill and so chill around other dogs and so chill on a leash, which was not his favorite. And like, we don't have any of those issues anymore, like almost none of them. And it's just so satisfying to like see how far we've come, and to realize too that, my dog was like an anxiously attached dog. And I've had to learn how to become more secure so that he feels safe that I've got things covered, and the more that I manage all the variables, the more safe and calm he can be. So it was just such a nice afternoon. So satisfying to be like, A, look how far we've come. B, I actually have so much I get to pass along to this 12-year-old girl who's managing this dog, and she's doing so well. And she's gonna do so well. And this dog wants to do good things. It's so ready to work. It's so ready to learn. And he just needs to learn that, like, or the humans need to learn, like, here's the job you get to do, and we're gonna manage all the rest. So you can chill out. It'll take time, but like, I feel so confident because that's our journey and that's what we've been through too. Anyway, just thought I'd share.